Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Miami's head coach told me before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Trying to move them on the counter. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right, Jesse? It's really fun to be that team at the middle towards the end of the year, too, where you can play spoiler.
Yeah, it's all about building, too. Just one game at a time, and it just takes one win to get the season completely turned around. This team is...
Oh, a lot of space. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it in the red zone. It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Past the line of scrimmage. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line, corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Turning it on. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Compton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll try it again. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Here's Mensah to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
The Hurricanes are marching down the field. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Here's a Heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Final timeout call by the Tigers. And they can't be thrilled using all 3 timeouts here in the first quarter. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. inside. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Miami 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He wants to change this route. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Running inside, it's Johnson. Makes it past the marker. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of...
Maybe a crease. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Direct snap. Got enough for the first. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Tigers. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line. And the Canes want to move quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it way down the field. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it on the counter. Here's a little room there. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Miami. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking for a gap. It's Davidson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Going over the top. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Slithers, maybe some room here. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Canes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. In the red area, it's Fletcher. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Direct snap. It's Fletcher. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Mensa makes the grab, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Davidson. Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down.
Got a little grass. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
You can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Picks up the first down. There he goes to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Looking down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with Colorado taking on the number 7 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Buffaloes, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. The outcome today brings them to 4-1 on the season. That is a solid start. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball.
There he goes. Runs through a tackle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. There's a crease. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Makes it past the marker. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Might be calling a hot route. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Got it. Oh, it's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very...
Finding some room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established. And this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well. But they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success. And they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Here's Mensah to throw. Finds the tight end. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Trying play action. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Quarterback making checks. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Turning it on. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the fourth. Third touchdown in the game. A third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small window.
There's some room. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes. The Hurricanes back on top. The extra point here would tie the game. And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to...
Oh, he's got some space. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. On the run, it's Davidson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout here. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have one left after that. You realize you've got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Throwing, Mensah. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Fletcher. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Clock is still running and they have to get everybody lined up.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense, and having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They've got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
Off play action. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Woo! Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here, and, man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. Gotta have it here on fourth down. Rushes on him, and it's a sack. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Canes headed quickly to the line.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The tension, the intensity, the drama, the offense steps to the line on 4th down in overtime. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You can see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Miami! They strike first here in overtime.
Good, tough, physical running, driving through the defense on his way for a touchdown. I just love the pad level this guy plays with. And with his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, he's just able to absorb contact and stay on his feet. Can't do it any better than that.
They got it. The aggressive play call pays off, and they're up by 8.
Miami, 23, 35.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. On the move, it's Davidson. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole play.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Strong, firm tackle.
And I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Two-point conversion to tie.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They did not get it. Denied on the 2-point conversion, and they'll lose it in overtime.